Hi, Gurpreet.
Yeah, hi Raj.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also good. One sec, Gurpreet. Actually, your face is not clear like this.
How about now?
Actually, I have just taken one pic. One sec, let me try.
Okay.
It is dark. Actually, near it is dark. There is very dim light.
How about now?
Now okay, yeah. Now okay. Just one sec. So yeah, Gurpreet. Service is okay. So can you walk me through your working experience? Like where are you working right now, and your earlier experiences as well?
Yeah, so currently I'm working in Tech Mahindra as a network lead. So I have a like 9 year experience like managing Cisco router, switches, firewall. Even like I have experience on multi-vendor like Aristas and if we talk about the firewall like Checkpoint, ASA, Palo Alto, and I'm also very good in like routing and Nexus routing in the case like BGP and OSPF, and also I have very good experience on the Nexus, which is also like 2K, 5K, 7K. So my day-to-day like work basically like configuring the policies on the firewall, troubleshooting, and configuring IPsec site-to-site VPNs. And in my previous project, basically that is basically ISP project. So like we basically changing the provider edge router. So we will doing MPLS configuration layer 3 VPNs, and yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's good. Gurpreet, actually, you can switch off your video. It is not no longer required, so we can continue on the voice only. You can switch off your video.
Yeah,
Sure.
I did.
Okay. So your total experience 9 years around.
9 year plus, right? 9 year 4 months.
And okay, so since you started you working in the networking, so you in the routing switching domain, or like since you started?
From starting, like I'm managing routing switching as well the firewall. For in my first company, like I'm managing Cisco ASA and Juniper NetScreen firewall.
Okay, so if I say in network data, if I say you to rate yourself out of 5, so how would you give yourself?
Out of 5,
Yeah.
you can say 4.5 out of 5 in data.
And in security?
You can say 4 out of 5.
Okay. So like if I compare security and data, like more in data, 4.5.
Yeah, in data.
I can see that.
In data is 4.5 out of 5, and in security, like I have a managing even the firewall from the beginning, so I know very well like ASA, Checkpoint, Palo Alto, and even FortiGate also.
Okay.
And in data, like I'm also like I showed you, like we managing like in my last project we working on like BGP MPLS, and also like I have configured like a OSPF on MPLS layer 3 link. Okay. So in switching, yeah, I'm like I have in the data center, like we configure BPC or LACP from like leaf switches to the server. Sometimes like ether channel not coming up, we do troubleshooting with the server side. Means like sometimes server they are not configuring the ether channel their side. So we see like in Nexus show interface. Show LACP interface pipe include PDU, basically that is a hello packet of LACP. So if we see only send counter, not a receive counter, that means there is no configuration at the LACP side at the server side. So yeah, I have mix up like if you means I have like also good experience in data as well as security.
Okay. So in Tech Mahindra, you working as a network lead.
Yeah, in Tech Mahindra like.
So how many? Okay, how many people are reporting to you or not reporting to you? Like you are just taking care of the technical parts. I can understand that as well.
I see, like I only care the technically part. Like we have like means 3 or 4 member who basically not directly reporting to me. Basically, I give them training, like means like and the basically like in Tech Mahindra I work on 2 projects. In the first project, I managing manage some people, but in the second project, I was just working as an engineer.
So right now you working as an engineer, right?
Right.
Okay. So how good you are in Nexus?
Next is like I have work on only BPC fabric path, not on the 9K but 7K, 5K. Yeah, I have like we have like leaves, spine, and then the course which is we have the topology, and so we are running fabric path, okay, and then we are below in the leaf we are running BPC. Even in the core we are running BPC. Then we have
Okay.
like
So what is
facts also.
what is the fabric called in Nexus?
Fabric path.
Yeah. What is the fabric like? Yeah, fabric card, or we can say we
Yeah.
connect the modules.
Yeah,
Yeah. What is that?
we like these are the interface card. Like earlier, like we have M card, F card, but now these days we have F2 basically, which work as a layer 2 and layer 3. So now these days I have seen like if you check the like on 7K show module, we have F2 E card basically. These card basically support fabric path also with layer 2 as well as layer 3. Earlier like M card basically these are the layer 3 card, and F1 card that is layer 2 card.
Okay. So can we mix up M2 in a chassis? If I say like we have 7010, okay, 7010 model of the Nexus. So can we mix up the line card of M series and the F series as well?
Yes.
In single chassis.
Yes. Like sometime like even in the single chassis, like if we have F1 card and two hosted are connected in a different subnet, they borrow the routing from M card.
What if like we only have the F card, we don't have any M card, what would be the impact? Like
So like
how is the scenario?
these days like I showed you like we have F2 or means like normally I seen F2 card, not F1 also. So F2 card, yeah, they support routing.
Okay. And what are the model like predecessor of the F card which does not support the routing? Predecessor of the F card.
I didn't get you. Which card?
Okay, so I wanted to ask the old model of the F card, like which
Yeah,
does not support the routing.
F1 is not support routing.
Okay. So like can you I don't need the command, okay, so I need the like basic steps when you start building the VPC between two Nexus.
Yeah, so like in the BPC, like first like we define keep alive message, okay, and keep alive message, it could be a physical link or it could be a SBI link or it could be a your management port, okay. So it's basically the UDP ping, okay, and then we define the BPC domain, and the switch which has a lower priority that become the master, and the other one is primary and the other one is secondary, and then we define the BPC keep alive peer link. We create the port channel, then we define this is our BPC peer link. Then we define the BPC member port, okay, which is going to downstream. Means basically like if we see like we have a two leaves and below we have a server, and server one card going to switch 1 and second is going to switch 2. So these are like the port which is going to the server, that is our BPC member port.
Okay. So what is the minimum like bandwidth required for the VPC peer link?
I believe like
Minimum.
minimum like in our scenario that is 40G link, okay. I mean 10G required. At least we require two 10G port for VPC peer link.
And for peer keep alive?
Peer keep alive, that is like you can normally like the design, like we design like that. We never want our keep alive message through the BPC peer link. Means we never do the sharing, okay. This is called fade sharing, okay. So no, yeah, in our scenario we use management port. Management port I believe is only 1GB port. So 1GB port connected between two chassis. So that is we use for BPC keep alive.
Okay. So what is the recommendation from the Cisco side? Like can we connect to any keep alive between the management or the supervisor engine?
Yeah, the recommendation is basically from Cisco, we never do the fade sharing, because like if we talk about the failure scenario, if let's say VPC peer link goes down, then through the keep alive message they will figure out, yeah, this peer link goes down, then the secondary will automatically shut all the SBI. So that basically we are sacrificing the active forwarding. Like if the peer link goes down through the VPC peer link, then they figure out means like we need to shut down all the SBI. But if you, let's say, if your peer keep alive communication through via VPC peer link, and the peer link goes down, then they don't figure out means like there is failure happen, then we have a split brain issue, and that can be cause the traffic black hole.
Okay, so let me come again to this. If peer link, okay, goes down followed by the keep line link, in that scenario, what will happen?
This like peer link goes down.
Peer link goes down followed by keep line.
You mean like they have sharing basically. Even keep alive is also going through.
No.
Okay.
They are two different links. Okay, we have peer link, dedicatedly peer link, and we have separate keep line. Okay. So first peer link goes down. After that, few minutes, peer I can say keep live link goes down. So what will happen? What will happen on the traffic? What is the impact on the traffic flow? Going through this nexus.
So in the case like when both the link goes down, then we have split brain issue. Both device will show as a primary. If you see the show VPC role on the both side, okay, then it can be cause the traffic loop. It's just like if you see like in HSRP both device showing active because they are not coming through via UDP port 1985. Same thing here. So in this case, I have seen sometime we are getting the connectivity, but sometime some server getting the connectivity, some they don't.
Okay, so how can we overcome this situation?
If you want like the quick solution, definitely we want to shut down like all the link. Means we are isolate the one device. Okay, either is core 2 or core 1. It's up to you. Okay, but more or less say core 1 is primary, then core 2 is secondary. The QK solution, like if we see, we can isolate, because even if we isolate, we have a core, and core has same amount of port connector. Okay, like if we talk about the WAN, basically the core have a uplink towards to the firewall, and then we have a downstream link which is going to the leaf, spine or leaf. Okay, so the QK solution, we can like shut down all the port on the core 2. That is the QK solution. And it won't be like it won't be impacted anything, because everything then will go via core 1.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. So, and what if like first keep live link goes down? Okay. Now, and after that, only just keep live link goes down. So what is the impact?
If the only keep alive link goes down,
what is the impact on the traffic?
I believe like then again they through the peer link they can like communication, and they can basically secondary will like shut down all the SBI to like sacrifice the active forwarding.
No, actually that's not the answer. So let me tell you, like in this case, there is no impact on the traffic. It will work as usual, but we should restore the keep live as soon as possible. You can also, after the intro, you can also search that.
Okay, Raj. Thank you for your information.
Okay, so because they will be sharing the art table and the MAC address table over the, and the traffic, traffic will be going through the peer reply. Keep line just for the heartbeat. They don't listen each other, but they will work. But we should restore it as soon as possible, so that split brain should not occur.
Right.
Okay. So now I have configured the switch port allow trunk VLAN command. Okay, in any trunk mode. So now someone asks us to allow a particular VLAN. So which command you will use to allow that particular VLAN?
So yeah, we use the like while adding the new VLAN, we use the add keyword. If we don't do that,
that's okay. Yeah, I got I got my answer. Okay. Now, you have like there is one production going on, okay, and now suddenly one switch goes down. It is not even into the warrant, like I can be AMC, Cisco AMC. Now we have one spare switch. So you have to like someone asks us to like install that switch into the network. So what is the first and very important thing you will check into switch after login? What should be not? What should not be there? To,
Before connecting the new switch in the network, make sure the BTP revision number should be 0. Okay, it means that's the main thing. Okay, so then like
and what could be the impact if the say we have running revision number 20 and somehow the new additional switch we are going to install that is having 30. What could be the impact?
if we let's say if we add a new switch, okay, by default like the BTP mode switch has server, and if it is a higher revision number, it will basically like the existing switch is basically like take the update from the new switch. Okay, they will remove their old VLAN, okay, existing VLAN, okay, they will like take the update from the new switches, okay, like whatever the VLAN configure on the new switch. So the impact is basically like if the existing switches, they remove their existing VLAN, because we have configured access port like switch port mode access VLAN 10, and if on the switch there is no VLAN 10 in the database, definitely they will lose the connectivity.
Okay, and what if the old existing switch are into transparent mode? So will that impact as well?
Transparent basically only pass the BTP update, but not accept.
Now I come to the BGP part. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So in BGP, you tell me like how do we load balancing in ISP?
In OSPF or in BGP?
No, in BGP. Yeah. We have two ISP connection. Okay. We have the running BGP router. We want to load balance.
Yeah, if you want to like do the load balancing in BGP, I have done that. Okay, like we have like layer 3, basically two switches in stack where both the ISP link terminate on one switch and second is terminate on second chassis. Okay, but technically it's a single means we have configured stack. Over this stack switch we run BGP and we achieve the load sharing. So one link we purchase from Airtel, one link we purchase for Tata. So the reason like if you want to achieve the load sharing in BGP means like ECMP, equal cost multiple path, because we are getting two default route, one is via Airtel, one is via Tata. So we see like if you see the BGP path best path selection attribute, okay, like we see like when we getting two default route, one is Airtel, one from Tata, we seen by default weight is tie, local preference tie, AS number, AS path list is tie, MED is tie, then both route are coming from eBGP. Okay, first thing like these, make sure these all the thing must be tie. Okay, so then there is one then by default like BGP maximum path is I believe 1. So under the BGP first we increase the maximum path, okay, like maximum path. So in this case like we configure 2. Then there is one command, because like see both the default route coming from different AS number, okay, in the path list. Okay, there is one command like that is a hidden command, okay, under the BGP, that I forgot the command, but I know like I believe this is BGP AS path relax. I believe that is the command. We configure this command, then we got our requirement. But
okay. If we are getting the route from two different ISP and in the type process like all are same. So now there is a conflict, like somehow any like you after all there is the like link ID after all, like that according to that or the how it is being received from the ISP. It will definitely, because BGP works on the best path. Okay, so it will only store the in the routing table. After all, there will be one single path. So now, in that case, how can we do the load balancing? Like we want like the traffic should go from the both ISP, not be from the single ISP.
Yeah, that's what I told you. Basically, like we after the result, basically we achieved two ECMP, two default route. One is via Airtel, one is via Tata through BGP. After like one command we configure maximum path, second command we configure BGP AS path relax. You can check this command like like if you want this.
I got my answer. Yeah, I got I got my answer. Okay, so what is the BGP distance command used in the BGP configuration?
Yeah, but like by default, like BGP distance, like AD value, basically EBGP have 20, IBGP have 200. In case like if you have some requirement to like not want the EBGP route, you want like you have the route same route we are coming from different protocol, and EBGP has a lower AD value. If you want like some requirement like that, you don't want to route through via BGP, you want to via OSPF. Then in this case, you can like increase the distance value. This will like impact only locally on the route.
Okay, if we are running two routing protocols, okay, in single route. So first question, can we do it two routing protocol in single router or no?
Yeah, we can. But the point is definitely like if we run two routing protocol which has a lower AD value, we will prefer the route from that protocol.
Okay. If we have OSPF and BGP, so which will we prefer first?
So it depends. Like if we have a route coming from EBGP, then definitely EBGP prefer, because EBGP by default AD value 20, and OSPF has default value 110.
Okay. And if you want, okay, we have one internal connectivity like 4 devices from where we have like IBGP neighborship, and we want to prefer that only. So how can we do this? You got my question, or I need to explain it?
Can you repeat again, please?
Okay. See, we have OSPF configured. We have EBGP routes from the ISP, or I can say the over the MPLS, and we also have these are all things are configured on core 1. Now we have another switch that is core 2. Okay, so with the core 2, we have neighborship over the IBGP. Okay, IBGP with core 2, EBGP with ISP, and OSPF for route advertisement from the whatever we have been in the connected on the core 2. So if we want to prefer like BGP routes, so how can we do this? IBGP routes over the OSPF.
If you want to prefer the IBGP route over the OSPF, you can have two options. Either like under the BGP, you can BGP distance for internal distance, means IBGP distance you can decrease it, means you can decrease 110 below that 110, or in the OSPF like you can increase the AD value like more than 200.
Okay, that's okay. So BGP's attributes like path attributes, I can see. So, but which path attributes we use for manipulation of the incoming routes to influence the incoming?
Yeah, we use like in the real scenario I seen, like we use AS path list for if you want to modify the inbound traffic, and the route map we apply for in this case outbound traction.
Okay. Can EBGP LAN routes can be advertised to the IBGP?
So yeah, like you see, like EBGP route can be, we can like let's say we are getting a route from EBGP and then we have IBGP, then we can send but the point is like when we receive the EBGP route and sending to the IBGP, we don't change the next hop by default. So then we always use like from IBGP to IBGP, we use next hop self command.
Okay, got my answer. Okay, now what is the difference between the prefix list and the access list?
Yeah, see, like I seen like prefix we use like when we talk about the route filtering or even any route advertisement, okay. But ACL like we can use mostly like for the transit traffic, okay, means data plan traffic, okay.
Mhm. And the wildcard mask and the subnet mask difference.
I see like
Difference between wildcard and the subnet mask.
see like the wildcard mask like means like in wildcard mask means zero means one zero means exact match, one means don't care. But technically there is no difference, okay, because see like I'm using Cisco ASA like from last so many years. There is no wildcard mask in Cisco ASA. Like we always use subnet mask, even if you configure the ACL, even if you configure the OSPF, we always use a subnet mask. Technically they both the same thing, okay.
Okay. Now I come to the checkpoint part. Okay.
Okay.
So first tell me like, are you using this checkpoint as the standalone mode or the distributed directly?
Distribute like we have a like management server, we have a gateway, so we are pushing the policy through management to our gateway.
Okay. So how many security gateway are configured into single management server?
We have only two.
I don't need exact number. Just
No, I
need the rough idea.
here I don't know the exact number because we have only see like we I tell you basically we have MDM also. So we have like even in MDM we have like multiple management basically over the we have a group, then we have a gateway, okay. But in my location, in one location we have single management, two gateway. We are like managing these two gateway through this management basically. So I don't know the exact number, but I see like we have only two gateway we are managing.
Okay. So what is the benefit of having management separately from the security gateway?
Yeah, the benefit like basically in case like the gateway is not accessible, still we can like make the changes through management. We can push the policies, okay. So in checkpoint, okay. So however, like on the gateway we like we use when we like do the routing part, okay. But any policy like if we want to configure, okay, that is through via management. We can push basically.
Okay. And if SIG breaks, so how do you restore the SIG connection?
So we can reset the SIG by using cp config. Then they will give you the option to like I don't know remember the what are the option for SIG, but they will show you like this is a option for SIG, this is for core Excel, these are the options you will get. Then you will select the option to reset the SIG connection, okay. Maybe basically you require reachability,
okay.
Definitely if the reachability break, but if you want to just reset you can use the cp config command.
Okay, so if we reset the SIG, so like see you have your management server in Noida, okay, and your security, like you are managing the security gateway out of like I can see in Delhi they are some another company or different location of your company, so they have security gateway over there. So if you reset the SIG, will it impact the traffic flow on the through the security gateway?
No impact. Because SIG is the only communication between the secure communication between the management to gateway. Your data plan traffic it won't be impacted in this case.
Okay. So how do you check routing route into the checkpoint?
Yeah,
command line.
CLI like we use a show route destination. Like if you want to see like for this destination where we're sending the traffic, show route to destination and put the destination IP. It will show you like I will match the traffic for this destination to this subnet, and this is the next drop IP. I'm sending the traffic.
Okay, and if you want to configure the IP setting checkpoint, okay. So just I don't need the command. Okay, I that is also not required. You should tell me the that step by step, but I need rough idea like what is major thing like you would
Like
you would configure
I tell you the step like if you want to configure IPsec VPN on any firewall, like first we define the phase 1 attribute. Okay, phase 1 is basically for control plan. Then we define phase 2. Okay, phase 2 basically for the data plan. Okay, then we define the interesting traffic or crypto ACL. You can say in Juniper that is called proxy IDs. Okay, we define like this is our like which traffic we want to send over the VPN. Okay, so this is our local subnet, this is the remote subnet. Make sure this proxy's ID a crypto interesting traffic opposite. Okay, then we define NAT exemption policy also. Like we have a NAT policy, or even in ASA we define twice NAT. Like we just this is a source will transfer to this source, and destination will transfer to the same destination. This is called basically no NAT or NAT exemption policy. Okay, and then we define the crypto map. Like in crypto map we define all these attributes. Okay, then we apply the crypto map on the outside interface.
Okay. So have you recently configured IPsec in Checkpoint by your own?
See, like to be honest, okay, like in my from past 2 years I'm working on Oracle and ASA, but yeah, I configure. I remember like from like in 2015-16 I like we have the checkpoint firewall. Yeah, we configure even we configure route-based VPN also on the checkpoint. Like we have a AWS, then we configure the route-based VPN on the checkpoint firewall. Yeah, I remember like the step is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Checkpoint works on the route-based or the policy-based VPN?
So in checkpoint you can create both route-based and policy-based VPN. The advantage of route-based VPN, like in the route-based VPN we create the tunnel interface. Okay, then the main advantage, like I haven't seen like now these days people are preferring route-based VPN, because on the route-based VPN you can run routing protocol also. Okay, and let's say if we have a two tunnel, over the tunnel like you can run dynamic routing protocol like OSPF. If the one tunnel goes down, then OSPF automatically figure out the second best path. Okay, so these days like people are preferring route-based VPN, IPsec route-based VPN.
Okay. Okay, so in high availability mode, so what are the options in Checkpoint if you want to do the redundancy
Yeah,
between two security tools?
like see in high availability, like we can either run active or active standby, but I mostly see like in the real scenario we always use a firewall active standby. Okay, then we like in HA we define two physical IP. One is cluster IP. Okay, and below devices basically they are pointing the route towards to our cluster IP. And even the uplink device also, if they're doing routing any downstream to the checkpoint, they are doing the routing next of its cluster IPs. So I see like mostly people running only active standby.
And what is like multicast and unicast?
Sorry?
What is the multicast and the unicast in Checkpoint? In multicast and unicast in high availability mode. Have you ever seen the multicast and unicast options?
I see the options, but I don't know basically what is the use of this thing.
Okay, yes. Which version you are using in your company? Like which version of Checkpoint software you are working?
See, like last time when I worked is 80.10. 80.10, right?
Have you worked on the earlier before the 80 version?
Yeah,
like, R70 or something?
R77. Yes.
In Cisco firewall. Okay, so what is the multiple mode and the single mode of the Cisco ASA?
Yeah, single mode means like you have a single contacts. Multi mode means you have configured multiple contacts. You have done the virtualization of Cisco ASA firewall.
Okay, in multiple mode, how the traffic is packet is classified. Packet classification in the multiple mode.
No, I didn't get you, miss. What is it? What is the exact point?
No, see, like in single mode, you like we know they are if just for example they are four interfaces. If traffic is entering one interface and going want to go to this different interface. Okay, so it knows like it is identified. But in multiple mode, we share the interface.
Right.
We share the interface.
Right.
So how the traffic is classified, like how packet will know, like it should enter
Yeah,
that
because
particular interface.
because see like when you create multiple contacts, okay, even if you share the interface, every contact has like even if it's the same IP, same subnet IP, it has different MAC addresses. Okay. And so like we have admin contacts, we have then user contacts. Okay, so admin basically control these like which interface need to go, which user context. Okay, so every like even if we share the interface, every context has a interface has a different MAC addresses.
Okay. Can you tell me the main mode message in IPsec?
Yeah, main mode message basically used for like IPsec side-to-side VPN. One is like other. There is two mode like one is aggressive mode. Also aggressive mode used for remote access VPN. Okay, in main mode we have a 6 message. Okay, so we like first like I believe we send all the proposal like when we initiate that interesting traffic. Okay, from let's say we have a site A, site B. Let's say we initiate the traffic from A to B. Okay, then it will send all the proposal. Okay, then the responder, if the responder like let's say we have a crypto ISO CAMTA policy 10 20 30 configure, then we send all the proposal, okay, to the remote. The remote will respond, yeah, this policy is matched to me. Okay, then we have a Diffie-Hellman group like key exchange. Okay, then we define the matching the appreciate keys, like if you're using the authentication appreciate means password.
Okay, so apart from the firewall and the routing and the switching, so do you have any exposure in the SD-WAN as well?
No, I have like also no good knowledge of F5 apart from the like routing and switching in the firewall. But no, I have no exposure on SD-WAN. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
And what about the wireless?
Yeah, wireless. I have like I know like this like we have lightweight in this.
Cisco controller based.
We are managing this light wireless controller, okay, and how like AP discover on the wireless controller. I have faced this issue and I will fix that. Okay, yeah, I like I have like means like work on wireless part also.
Okay, Gurpreet, I'm done with my questions. So do you have any question?
I have only one question. I was like, means what is
Yeah, yeah.
what is the shift timing here, miss?
We have 24 cross 7.
Okay, then
So depends on the roster. So whatever the roster will like they decide to. We have the 1 month shift. So like 1 month afternoon, 1 month like morning shift,
no,
night shift as well.
no, right. So I'm not comfortable with the night shift. Then you may not
Okay.
proceed like if I'm selected.
So are you working in the single shift?
Mostly because you see, I have some health issue because of the night shift. Okay, that's the reason. I okay with the morning shift and the evening shift because in my last project we have UK project. Okay, so we have like shift timing like mostly 1 p.m. to 9, or either we have a early morning shift like 5 a.m. to but I'm not like completely okay with the night shift. Miss.
Okay. So when you this is your first round, right, or the second round? I am actually not aware of
First round.
first. So when you got the call from the HR, so did they tell you about the shift timing
No,
or
no, no.
you haven't
They
asked?
just like schedule my interview without.
So they didn't ask like anything.
No,
You didn't ask
no,
any about the shift timing.
no. I forget because that's the first thing I will always ask the shift timing.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. So actually, let me frankly tell you, if this is the project, like I'm aware about it. So if that is this interview is for that project, so they have like the shift timing, like rotational shift. But if they are taking you for the different shift, so actually I'm not aware about that. So you may ask the HR, or I don't know like how it is going to be. So any another apart from this, any another
No,
question?
no question, Raj.
Okay. Okay, Gurpreet, nice talking to you.
Yeah, same here, Raj.
Okay, bye.